out the good life, yeah. I ain't gotta worry about a thing. Oh no. Had some obstacles I overcame. Oh yeah. You don't have to ever be the same. Oh Lord. Cause when we change the mind, we change the game. Coming through clutch. Coming through clutch. Coming through clutch. Coming through clutch.
What is going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Kenneth Allen Thomas Show. Listen, my co-hosts are not with me tonight. Unfortunately, they have fatherly duties. Tonight, so Mr. Guy Still and Nick Mingle are not with us tonight, but we still have an awesome show prepared for you all tonight. Listen, guys, I got a special one for you. For all my fathers out there, for all my parents out there, you may want to strap your boots up, get your coffee, get your notebooks ready, get all of that stuff ready to go, because guess what? We are going to have a fun night with some valuable information and learn from a very positive guy in our atmosphere today. Listen, guys, he's a husband. He's a father of two, right? He's also an influencer, an actor, an artist, a skater. He's Mr. Life of the Party himself, my man 50 Grand, Mr. That's Ambition. Welcome to the show, my guy.
My guy, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you?
I'm doing good. Excited to be here rapping with you. That intro was crazy.
Hey, this is what we do. We got to bring the flavor.
Yes, sir.
Us dads, we gotta bring the flavor. Now, listen, man, you are from where? Cleveland, Ohio?
Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised.
Cleveland, Ohio. How about them Browns right now, bro?
Woo, you gonna get mad at me. A lot of people get mad. I'm a Ravens fan, but
you're a Ravens fan. Woo!
I left with Art Modell.
I could dig it. I could dig it. Well, see, that's legitimate right there. That's legitimate. Like, I can understand you leaving and going, because they left in what was that, like 99 or something like that? They left.
Yeah.
And then you went with them. I could dig it.
Listen, I fell in love with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. So the defensive mentality, strong will.
Yeah, some good brothers and everything right there, man. So, but I get it. I understand this generation of the Browns and everything is a little shaky to me. So, so good. I'm a Cowboy fan because I'm from, even though I'm from Jersey, I'm a Cowboy fan. I fell in love with Emmitt Smith and those guys back in the 90s. My first, Super Bowl, first football game I ever seen. So, I could dig it.
America's team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all
yes,
sir.
Hunt,
though, so y'all good.
Listen, man, we trying to make it happen. We trying to make it happen. As long as Jerry can keep it down just a little bit. Just let the boys play. just keep it down a little bit. Keep it down. Right. But listen, man, so how's everything going on so far with you, your family, the climate that we're living in? What's the atmosphere and everything over there in Cleveland?
Yeah, so originally from Cleveland, I live in Toledo. That's where I met my wife at. So it's like a small city, about maybe an hour and a half outside of Cleveland, 40 minutes from Detroit.
Okay.
It has been challenging because me and my wife were two professionals who were working outside of the home. But to bring everything full circle, this is the most closest I think we've been as a unit in totality with our kids. Me and my spouse operating, we're able to see each other. Nice. I started a new career, also doing the influencing thing, so I'm at home more. So that's been a blessing, but of course it comes with challenges.
Absolutely.
Just trying to stay safe. We actually have another baby on the way, so.
Okay! Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Woo! Keep your heart 3 stacks. I think this might be the last one.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, be fruitful and multiply.
Yes. So I got my number 3. I think we good. But just trying to navigate that and make sure home is safe and okay. Understanding the new circumstances that we're in with the uptick and stuff like that. So has its ebbs and flows. But all in all, we're blessed. Everybody's healthy, well, and safe. And at the end of the day, as a man in my household, that's all I can ask for, man.
Absolutely. So how old are your children?
6. My baby boy is 6, and my baby girl is 4.
Okay. Yep. 6 and 4. That's pretty close in age and everything. How hard do they get along? Or you got to play referee?
And you got the tuss, Because my 4-year-old, she's kind of stout.
Okay.
So, you know, when big brother tries to trump her, she like, oh no, brother, I got something for you. So you get that energy.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
needed her, you know, I needed to get a little bit in because she got to fight them boys off because she a little pretty little thing. So
I love it. I love it.
yeah.
I love it. So listen, man. So you started Dear Fathers. How long ago did you start it? What's the story behind Dear Fathers? You know, how did you get into that space and being an influencer and influencing fathers all the way around the world?
Yeah, so actually Jesse and Lamar, two individuals who sought me out, they actually started Dear Fathers, and they've been doing some phenomenal work as the premier platform of fatherhood. And they said, okay, they looked at my page and saw some of my content, seen that I was a father, like some of the work I was doing, and asked me to be a host, which I'm so blessed to be a part of and be a part of that community because it's shedding light on so many key things, especially Black men. You know, we get pinned down with so much. We're labeled this, we're labeled that, and it's real men out here each and every day that look like you and I who are putting in work. So
Every day, yeah.
They started the platform about 3 years ago, and then you've seen an uptick in activity through social media engagement for some of the community things and outreach programs that we do. And the past 2 years have just been phenomenal. We've interviewed guests such as Dwayne Wade and his father, Mac Wiles, the R&B singer and entertainer. We've interviewed influencers such as yourself, DJs, just personalities, and just great individuals and Black fathers and men all across the country. So very excited about the opportunity and very excited to be a part of Dear Fathers.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your take on, you know, the type of information that you're getting from these fathers? Like, are you learning different tips? Are you learning different strategies when you bring people on? Like, tell me about, you know, like some of the things that you've learned from the fathers that you've been able to interview.
I think the biggest, most impactful thing is the stories and the resiliency that some of these guys have, man. And you know, sometimes we'll interview them in their you know, they're in father mode, they're a parent, they're a man, you know, they're a man, they're all of those things combined. You'll see the babies on them sometimes in interviews, is just going through life. But the resiliency and some of the stories, you know, like for instance, you and your son and your family, what you guys have been through and overcame. It's so inspirational. It's like, okay, I have no excuse to give up or to use adversity as an excuse because look what my brother's doing. And it's inspirational in a way. It's not just for us as a host, but for the world and our viewers who tap in with us every week.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I've always felt the need that, you know, or not really the need. I've always seen the stigma of that, you know, fathers are not around, you know, Black or white, whatever the case may be. Right.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, you know, drives my gums sometimes when it's some of those fathers that are not around give us fathers, you know, somewhat of a bad rap in a sense where it's like we are here, we are doing for our kids, we are, you know, here every single day grinding it out, making sure that our kids are safe, making sure, you know what I'm saying? And it's like for the fathers that may be watching. And let's keep it real for the fathers that are not being a father right now. Maybe you're watching this on the replay. Maybe you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook. Maybe you're hearing it on Spotify, wherever you're listening to. You know, what would you tell those fathers right now? What would you do to encourage them? Not necessarily bring them down, but encourage them to listen, man. Like you got to pick the ball up.
Yeah. Every day is another opportunity to get it right, and every mistake is not a loss. It's a lesson. You know, but if you want to see change, it starts with you.
Absolutely.
You know, and as men, we truly are leaders. Whether you're in your household or not, you are a leader in some way, shape, or form. It's up to you to expound upon that and execute. And I feel like deep down inside, every man wants to be a part of it. If they have kids, have a family, you want to be a part of that. You may have lost your way, may have got distracted or knocked off court, but you can still get back. Don't think that you're out of the weeds, but it starts with you. Be the change that you want to see.
Yeah. Somebody just said they like that. Pick that ball up. Pick that ball up. Yeah. So I might be frozen and everything a little bit here and there, but it's all right. We're gonna keep it moving. Listen. I love that. You know, I love the fact that, you know, that you guys are doing such a valiant effort to shine a light on fathers. As a matter of fact, last year you guys, you know, named your boy. You know, I was number 6 on the list. I was number 6 on the list of top 20 or top 25?
Top 25.
Top 25 fathers of the year. Now, everybody that's watching and listen, I'm making a case. I think I'm making a case right now. This is the fourth quarter.
I know where you're going with this.
For that #1 spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm making a case. Now listen. I got a huge announcement tonight, y'all. So stick around. I got a huge.
Right.
I'm gonna give you. Matter of fact, I got 2 announcements. I give y'all one right now. Your boy's gonna be on Good Morning America next week on Christmas Eve. I think that's some fire right there, baby. That's some fire.
Let's go.
So we Christmas Eve. This ain't just a regular day. The Christmas Eve shows they do it big now. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So I'm making a case for it, all right? But my thing is this. Listen, all top 25, it doesn't even matter what place you come in, right? I'm honored to be in the number, like what type of encouragement for the new fathers, can you give that may not have even like been able to be a father that long, or they're going to be a father, you know what I'm saying? Like they want to get to that level to see like, dang, yo, they a top 25. Like it's not about the number, but it's about that, like reaching for, being the best dad that you can be. What kind of like information or encouragement can you give fathers that are going to be new?
I would say the one thing, your biggest inspiration is getting up each and every day and looking at those little faces and knowing that you got to be there for that special little someone, and that for me at least, and as for all fathers, I would say in a sense is motivation enough. And understand that you're not going to always get it right. There's no manual to this. I make mistakes, you make mistakes, but we just take it one day at a time, step by step, and continue to be the best that we are. Be present in the moment. That's the biggest thing that I've learned, is to be present in the moment. Whether I make a mistake or I got to switch up the parenting style or something like that, just be present in the moment, be conscious, and each and every day I look at my little ones and I'm motivated, man.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like what was like, one of the biggest adjustments that you had to make as a father?
I would say selflessness. Because I'm the only child, so I have some selfish ways. Me and my little 6-year-old, he kind of trying to puff his chest up as well. So we fighting over leftovers because he's a twig and he's eating like a wild horse now. And like, nah, bro, you gonna be in school. You got lunch, Daddy. I'm gonna be hungry after school. Save me the leftovers.
Let me handle that for you. Let me handle that.
Yeah. So this the whole putting yourself to the side and letting the family. Let the family have it, man, sometimes. Wow. So that's one of the biggest things, my selflessness, that I've been working on, and I still am working on.
Yeah. Amen. So let's I want to shift a little bit into, talk about adversity, right? Okay. We've all been through adversity and things in that nature. What do you feel like, how do you prepare your children, for the adversity that they may face in the world that we live in today? Because it's completely different from when me and you grew up, right?
Yeah,
I mean, we live in a completely different world. And, what type of experiences that you've had that you can give to your children and other children that other parents and everything out there as well, too, that may be fishing or looking for different ways that they can help their children prepare for the adversity that they may face and how to overcome it?
Yeah. That's a great question. And, for someone like myself, because I have such young children, the baby's going into that baby toddler stage right now. Haven't had too many experience, but one thing that always in the back of my mind, because I'm getting prepped for this now, because I know it's coming. Like I know you hear too, like, okay, such and such age, I know it's going to come because I experienced this. I want my children to know that there's good and bad in everybody.
Come on now.
Because it doesn't matter color, size, race, what your hair looks like. There's good people and there's bad people.
Hold on real quick. Let me stop him right here. I want y'all. He didn't say there's good and bad people. He said there's good and bad in everybody. Peep game. Yeah. Everybody's got some good and bad. Continue. I just didn't want that to fly over their head.
Absolutely. It's good and bad in everybody. Wanted to teach them how to have discernment, be able to look for certain things, and to know that even though some people may do bad things, for you to hold yourself to a higher standard, and to continue to hold that standard and continue to move through life, regardless of the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we talk about faith, family, and leadership a lot on the show. And, there's been some recent events. I'm protective of my children. You're protective of your children, your entire family and stuff like that. And we're leaders at the end of the day, right?
Right.
And what I've been seeing, bro, a lot on TV has just been very, very disturbing. My kids are homeschooled.
Okay.
Except for my oldest. She's a senior in high school and stuff. And it just gives me, the, I guess, I'm comfortable with my kids being homeschooled now,
Sure.
because of what is the climate of what we're living in,
Yeah.
right? But not everybody has that choice to homeschool their children. Not everybody can do that, right? But moving forward into 2022, you know, how do we how do we elevate the leadership aspect, not just from, you know, a fatherly standpoint, but just from a human standpoint? How do we elevate the leadership, because we're handing our children over into the hands of, you know,
Right.
teachers, administrators, and stuff like that, and we're expecting our children to be safe when they go to school? So what
Yeah.
are some ways that you can you can help, that we can help our children be more prepared for that, and also help administration be helping them as well too, from a leadership standpoint, do you think?
I think starting, and that's a great question. I think starting, in reverse from personnel standpoint, when we drop our kids off in certain activities, school, things of that nature, is that the community as a body, parents and activists hold these institutions, these municipalities, different cities, and hold these people accountable,
Mm.
and set a precedence of, okay, we're using our tax dollars to support and fund this because we want to see our children better, we want betterment for everybody.
Right.
But here's what we expect from this. And due to the climate and the nature of the nation, what safeties and procedures going to be in place to make me as a parent feel at ease.
Right.
I think having that conversation, and not just having that conversation, but those in power and those who are in control to execute on those promises. And then, as a parent, talking to your children, giving them signals, giving them signs. Hey, here's what you look out for. If a situation arises, here's how you conduct yourself. Here's what you should do. And just keeping our children prepared, because right now they need to be prepared, because we are living in different times.
Come on. Right.
Yeah.
Come on now. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I feel like, with even with my children, right? My children today, they go to baseball, they go to soccer, they go to these different spaces, cheerleading, whatever the case may be. I try to prepare them the best way I know how.
Yeah.
And I remember someone telling me, you can't know the outcome of a situation. Like, there's no way that you can know the outcome of any situation.
That's true.
But what we can do is handle our preparation and attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? And I've always said this, bro. I've always said, change doesn't start in the White House. Change starts in your house. You know
I love that. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? I actually made a shirt last year that said, change doesn't start in the White House. Change starts in your house. And I believe that if like, kind of like what you were saying, talking to our children, giving them valuable information that they need. Sometimes we just got to have those hard conversations, and we got to keep it real, because, our kids ain't stupid. Like, these kids ain't dumb. Like, they know what's going on. They know what's happening. It's right in their face. They know early. You got TikTok, you got YouTube, you got all this stuff that they have all this access to, versus when we were growing up. Listen, a lot of stuff was hidden, and we didn't understand it until we got a little bit older. And we didn't have the technology that they do today. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to protection and things like that, like for my boys, I say, look, they're on a 3-day time limit when it comes to the video game, right?
Okay.
They do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, in a couple hours, like maybe 2 hours, playing together on each day, if that, maybe an hour. Right. Okay. Versus, some people just allow their kids to play because and just go, because they don't want to sit there and take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? If we're keeping it real, like you want your peace and quiet and stuff like that. But listen, I want my kids to go outside, go play ball, go play football, go play baseball, go out, go do that. You know what I'm saying? You
interact, be a kid.
Be a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you skateboard, you know what I'm saying? Like, you skate and everything, like, and all of that. I was just actually skating last week too, by the way. But
no, I seen your video on ice. I see you.
Yeah, almost fell too. It's crazy. But how important is it that our kids stay more active, outside rather than inside?
Oh, it's very important, because in this new day and age, and I think we had the best of both worlds, because I think me and you are around the same age, like our early middle 30s. And so we came in like with that interaction of going outside, getting our feet wet and hands dirty. We were outside, mama said go, and then on the tail end, we caught the technology, like middle school going into high school. But now these kids, like you said, are just so glued to this stuff. Like it's so important. Social interaction is missing in this new generation, how to look somebody in the eye, how to pay attention to detail, how to even be just sociable. They're socially awkward, and
yes,
if you really want to give your kids the best, teach them to be diverse, just not with tech, but just, in general, because you need people skills to survive in this world. So it's everything.
It's everything. It's everything.
Yeah.
I remember my daughter, she's a dancer. So, but she was only social with the kids and everything on the dance team.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if it came to her, go make this phone call, order a pizza. You know what I'm saying? Or like go ask this person, where's Al? I mean, where's the syrup and everything in the supermarket? And she would be so timid to ask.
Right.
Versus my boys. Now my boys, they'll ask anybody anything because they're more social butterflies than she is, right?
Sure.
But what's crazy is that she's the oldest. But for them, they interact with each other so much, right?
Yeah.
She's the only girl. And so you got the boys, and you got I got three boys and one girl. So with them two, they're always together, and then the age gap as well too. I'm thinking like, man, like so is it more of an age thing inside the household, or is it the because when you're a parent, it's hard,
sure,
because of the age gap as well too.
The age differences.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I think it's really confidence too. Being confident to express yourself in a manner and to have certain conversation, even at a young age like that. The biggest thing I think helped me as a youngin is, and granted, different heights, different climates where we're at right now, is my mom would drop me off at different programs, kind of like we alluded to and talked about, and it would force me to be sociable. You had certain activities. You have to interact with other kids your age. You had games. You had different projects that you work on, and it wasn't just solo. You had to be in a group, and I think that ultimately helped me.
Yeah. I think that helped me as well too, because earlier I was always in everything. I was in baseball, basketball, I was in football, I was doing it all, and then it helped me go into the workforce. Because I started being. I was a cart boy. I was a stocker at the supermarket and stuff like that. Like certain jobs helped me actually be able to talk and and socialize a little bit more, because I was really the quiet kid in school, believe it or not. Here I am, a motivational speaker. And
I can't tell.
I was the quiet kid. I was really the quiet kid. Like, it's crazy. And for me, I feel like, it helped me so much. And I think like now my daughter, she's holding down a couple jobs and everything right now, where it's helping her be a little bit more social, because you have to talk to someone. Right. And I think if we put our kids in certain situations where they have to do it, it's either sink or swim.
Absolutely. Get uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
That's right. Now listen, man. So tell us a little bit about wifey. You know what I'm saying? Tell us a little bit about her. Like, how you guys said you guys met in college, correct?
Yeah, man. So
how she put up with you?
Hook lot. Yeah, I know all my craziness, man. If you go on my IG, a lot of people ask that. So I met my beautiful wife at the age of 19 on the University of Toledo, and came up here for college. Mama shooed me away, said, "Go ahead and make some of yourself, boy." And started here 18, met her my sophomore year, 19. Got to rapping, and that's how it happened. Went through the peaks and valleys, became a man, graduated. She graduated. Usually end up where you with your wife. I asked her to marry me maybe 2 years after college, put the ring on, and been stuck ever since.
Yeah. Now who does the cooking in the house? Does she do the cooking, or you do the cooking?
She for sure do the cooking. I go grocery shopping.
Yeah. Okay.
Baby, here go my list. I got you.
You bring the food home and everything, and then she cook it up.
Man, phenomenal cook.
Awesome. So I know on your site, on your bio, you skate, you're an actor, all these things and everything that you got going on. Do you see any of those traits and everything within your kids as well too?
Yeah, I do. It's crazy. I see the athleticism in my son. I'm a hockey player. I play hockey. Started skating at the age of 2, 3 years old. Started playing organized at 6. Put him in football, soccer the past. He's 6 now, so he's been playing organized sports, and you could definitely see that he'll be a hell of an athlete, way better than me. And then my daughter has my personality, outgoing, funny, and now she's 4 years old, transition to 5. You starting to see her little personality. I'm like, oh, so yeah, I am seeing it in my kids. It is so funny and cool to see that,
Ain't it amazing, bro? Ain't it
It's
amazing
amazing.
to see that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy and everything how we see our children and what they're going to actually become.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there. I look at my son JJ, and he's like, I love baseball growing up. And this
Sure.
kid, I put something on my story and everything yesterday, and I'm like, yo, this kid is cracking this ball like crazy, like better than me when I was 7 years old. I
Yeah.
didn't have a hand-eye coordination like that, but this kid it's just amazing to see our children. Now, my question is,
Yeah.
do you continue to push them into, what it is that they love, or, what do you suggest that parents do when it comes to a sport or something like that? Like, do you push them, or do you just let them have fun?
I say with the sport or a skill set in your child, I say don't push. Here's the caveat to that.
Okay.
I say push for discipline. Push for discipline and being disciplined in certain areas, whether it be academically, whether it be if they show promise, maybe having them work out. Like I think about myself, had I maybe on that AAU circuit, which they had now as a for hockey, like they do with basketball, if I had the discipline of someone there to give me that structure, maybe I would have been further along in my career. So I think showing them discipline and work ethic, and then letting them choose their path, but keeping those attributes in line so that boom, when they do find something that they love and are passionate about, they know how to attack it full force on and try to be the best that they can at it to reap the rewards, the benefits that they choose to do.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I think that's so important. I think that sports are so important, and it also teaches them leadership, which we talk about that a lot, like talking about that leadership aspect and giving that, to our children nowadays. We got 2022 coming up, bro. You know what I'm saying? 2022 is right around the corner. It's coming up heavy. And we've been living in a world that is kind of like unrecognizable, right? And if that's even fair to say, like it's kind of like
totally fair.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fair to say, like this is the world that we live in today, where we got to protect ourselves at all costs. You have all these different variants and things like that are coming out. My question is, bro, there's so many people that are hurting. There's so many people that are in a state of mind where their well-being is at stake, right?
Sure.
It's not even about money at this point. I think it's more so about their well-being. What type of advice do you give, people moving forward from a leadership standpoint, to help them and encourage them going into 2022?
Yeah. I had a little dark space, going into this whole pandemic, social butterfly, lively, this and that, and then you get shut down.
Right.
It's like you're not in control, And I just want people to remember everything about you that makes you special and everything about you that makes you great. It's still in you. You haven't lost it, We may have got off track, but it's still in you. Remember what makes you special. Remember what makes you great, and trust God and always keep working, because this too shall pass.
Come on now. I hope y'all got that right there. I hope y'all got that out there. And that's what I'm saying, man. I always say this, yesterday is gone, tomorrow worry about itself, and today is all we have, right? And I feel like a lot of people need to focus on the future, yes, but focus on that right now, right? Because we don't even know if tomorrow's going to come. Let's be real. We never know until it actually gets here. That's the crazy part. And I said this on my Instagram the other day. I said, the beauty about today is that it'll never happen again.
I like that.
Right?
I like that. Yeah.
It'll never happen again. Like that when we think about life from that perspective, the beauty about yesterday and the beauty about today is that it'll never happen again. If today will never happen again, then why don't you take today and try to be the greatest you can be within
Absolutely.
today, because it'll never happen ever again.
Yep.
Like, let's think about that. There will never be another 2020 ever. There'll never be another 2021, but there'll never be another, what's today? December 16th, 2021.
Yeah.
It's never happening ever again in life.
Never. You're right, bro. You're absolutely right about that.
You know, and I just want people to really start to like think about life from a different, perspective, and not dwell on the hurt and the pain that we feel every single day, right?
Right.
And I think that, and I'm gonna pass it back to you after this.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many people that hold on to so much pain that they can't move forward into their future. You know what I'm saying? And because they hold on to that pain, it hinders their greatness, it hinders their growth, it hinders everything that God has laid out for them, because they keep holding on to this thing, right? And you were saying that you were in a dark space and everything earlier. What were some of the things that you did to get over that dark space? Because we've all been in a dark space, before. But what specifically did you do in order to get over it and be who you are today?
Yeah, man, it's real. I started writing a prayer journal, and talking to God more. And some days when we talking to God, to just be writing out my thoughts and manifestations and things that I wanted for myself. And then at that same time, remember who I was and what got me to greatness, and allowed me to accomplish some of the things that I did. I had to tell myself, like, this is part of your story, this is part of your journey. And he didn't bring you this far for just to call it quits, or for you to just feel this way and be subdued and that's it. And you got to go through this because there's a greater purpose for you, and you got to live through this in order to be able to help the next person that's going to be going through the same thing. So I kept that in the back of my mind and just kept pushing forward, and realized a lot of things I thought I was going through mentally. No, G, it was just mental.
Come on.
You could come out of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like, a lot of times it is mental.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I always say, bro, when we change the mind, we change the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's why that statement is so important, that we have to understand, when we change the mind, we change the game. You can't stay in that state. If you do, then you're choosing to. It's
Absolutely.
not, you know what I mean? Like, stuff is going to happen at the end of the day.
You can't let it control you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And if we do, then therefore, what are we here for? Right.
Right.
What are we doing at the end of the day?
Absolutely.
So listen, man, we got a couple minutes left, and I'm gonna let you go. But listen, man, like for the mothers that's out there, right? I want to flip it. This is fatherhood we talking right now. But for the mamas out there, that single mom that's out there, that mom that's doing it probably by herself, right? Or the mother that is with her husband and everything. What do you say to encourage mothers from a fatherly standpoint going into the next year, into the next season as well?
You are appreciated, and I ain't just stealing Tupac's bar. But
Come on now.
You ladies, Black queens, women in general, you are appreciated. And realize we can't do any of this without you. We need you. We need each other.
Yeah.
And for everything that you go through, everything that you do, just the strength and will to produce life. Just know that you are so special, and you are very much needed in this thing we call life.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And let me add to that a little bit. To the women out there, not only are you much appreciated, you're much needed in this world. And so many women out there feel like alone, or they feel like they're not nobody has their back. You hearing it right now from two men. You know what I'm saying? Right now, if you didn't hear this from anybody else, you're hearing it from two men, two fathers, that you are needed and you are appreciated. Because without you, we don't have our children. You know what I'm saying? Like we really don't. It takes two to tango, but the purpose comes through you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? The purpose is born, through you. So I want you guys to in 2022, listen, you may not be where you want to be, okay? But you're exactly where God wants you to be. All right.
Yes.
So if you know that, okay, then I need y'all to take it up a notch a little bit more in 2022. All right, ladies. All right. So listen, if you guys are listening to this, all right, make sure you share this with your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your grandpa, abuela, abuelo. Share it with everybody and everything right now. I got the abuelo because my wife is Spanish. So
For sure.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta put that in there. I gotta put that in there. So listen, I got an announcement, everyone. I got an announcement. All right, let's go. Let's go. Listen, and I'm praying that my man Ambition will join me on this as well too. Okay. Now you guys know our story with Christian. You know everything that we've been doing, where we've been at since 2018, and we've been going hard body ever since, inspiring the world and going, going hard every single day. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your boy has been nominated as the Leukemia Lymphoma Society's Man of the Year. Let's
Wow.
go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Let's
going
go, dog.
down. I'm coming for the crown. I'm coming for the
Yes.
crown. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So
Congrats.
here is the best part. Now, what does that mean? People are like, what does that mean? What is that? Okay, so here's what it means. Okay. So every year, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society has a campaign, a 10-week campaign that goes down in March all the way through June. Okay. Every
Okay.
person that is nominated, man or woman, of the year, our job is to raise as much money as possible for blood cancer research, better treatments to treat leukemia and lymphoma. Because right now, we don't get that much money that goes into these special treatments, the clinical trials, the things that are really going to help and save our children and save people that fight these blood cancers and really like decrease the number of people dying from this crazy disease that we got going on here. Okay, so like I believe it's somewhere around 12,000 people die from leukemia and everything every year, maybe a little bit more than that, but we want to be able to decrease that. My mission is to shift 1 million lives by 2025. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. There's going to be a link on my bio tomorrow morning. There's going to be a link that's going to be there. I want you guys to go to my link tomorrow morning. Okay. And if you want, you can also go ahead and reach me at kenny@kennethalanthomas.com and email me. I want you guys to be on my team. All right. I need y'all on my team. I need y'all to join Christians Conquerors. Okay, with this. This is the name of our squad, is Christians Conquerors. So each person that joins our team, you are going to pledge a certain amount of money that you and your community is going to raise for this particular campaign. It could be $500, it could be $1,000, whatever it is that you feel that you can help contribute, you and your community. All right, you get people to join in, $5, $10, whatever the case may be. And all that money goes to the treatment research for Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Man of the Year. The winner of this particular honor, I believe we get some special things. We don't get money or nothing like that, but the winner will be named Man or Woman of the Year for Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And the gala goes down June 8th, 2022 out here in New Jersey. So it's going to be amazing. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. It's going down. So your
got
boy,
my support. You got my
let's
support,
go.
man.
Let's go, bro. I appreciate that, fam. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
sir.
So there's going to be a link I'm going to send out to you, the rest of the team, and everyone else that wants to be a part of this. We're going to have a team meeting as well, too, guys. So that team meeting will take place sometime in January to prep us in what we're going to do and how we're going to make this thing happen. And listen, it's not even about the honor of being man or woman of the year. Like, I think that's an amazing honor, but it's more so important on how much we can raise to help get these clinical trials out and help people that are fighting these diseases and really, really like get this thing nailed down for real, for real. I want to help save more lives, as many lives as we can. And I'm working with Leukemia Lymphoma Society to do it. So let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I love it,
Awesome,
man.
bro. Awesome, bro. Now listen, we played a game on your joint. We gotta play a game on my joint. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So check it out. Check it out. We my company, my team is called the Shift Makers. Okay. So I'm going to give you a word. I'm going to give you a letter, and you give me a positive word that goes along with that letter. Cool?
Okay.
Cool. All right, y'all. Here we go. S.
S, sympathy.
Sympathy. I love it. H.
H, heroic.
Heroic. Okay. I.
Innovative.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like it. F.
Family.
Family. Last one. T.
Togetherness.
Togetherness. We are shifting the atmosphere in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my man, 50 grand, Mr. Ambition, y'all. Listen, check it out. You guys can follow him. His handle is on the screen and everything right here. Is this your Twitter and Instagram,
yes,
bro?
Absolutely.
Twitter, Instagram, follow dear.fathers on Instagram as well, everyone. Listen, bro, I love having you on the show. I got to get the rest of the squad on the show. We got to make that happen.
Absolutely. We'd love to do it.
Let's do it.
It's a phone call. It's a DM away, brother. We'll set it up.
We're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make that happen. Now, listen up, everybody. If you want to donate to the show, you can also go to right here on our Cash App or right here on our Venmo, and you can go ahead and donate to the show, support the show as best as you can. $5, $10, whatever. It goes a long way to help us keep this show going, keep this show rolling, and getting things to the next level. Our goal is to innovate, elevate, because we appreciate you guys being a part of the Kenneth Allen Thomas Show, taking this thing to the next level, and we want to give you guys a better experience moving forward in 2022. With that being said, bro, you got any last words for the people?
Man, peace, love, happy holidays. Everybody stay safe, be blessed. And remember that tomorrow, there's always another chance to get better and get it right. Kenny, I appreciate you and support everything and anything that you and your family do. And tell little man, I want my dance battle.
Let's go. Let's go. I got you. I got you. I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, when we change the mind, we change the game. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow, worry about itself. And today is all we got. If you're watching this or listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, make sure you go ahead and share this with your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your grandpa, abuela, abuelo. Share this thing with everybody. For my co-host, Nick Mingle, God Still, listen, they will be back next week, and we're going to keep it going, keep it moving. Let's get it. I love you guys. Peace.
Peace.